started to kind of build the model and then figure it out. And during that whole time, you were doing the art of flow lights or throw lights. And what, maybe you can explain to everybody what that is, because this obviously was what your hobby was. You learned some business, you played along with your hobby. So what was that hobby that you were doing?
So the hobby that I was doing outside of business was flow arts, specifically gloving, but gloving is just one flow art. There's many, many flow arts, such as shuffling, which is often seen in the dance community outside of just a smaller niche community. There's staff, there's poi, which if you've ever been to a Hawaiian luau, you've seen someone throwing poi with fire. And so that one's a little bit bigger than gloving. Gloving's more of a niche one, but basically what flow arts is it's an artistic hobby. Specifically, gloving is where you put little microchip processors in your fingers.
Yeah, I got mine that you gave me at the house. I tried them. I totally.
Yeah.
I watched you for that short period of time that I saw you do the presentation. But I came home and I was like to my girlfriend and like our friends and stuff. And I was like, oh, check this out. I could do this. And I started doing the lights and I was like, all right, that's about where I stopped. But I made sure I did it, dude. So you created this concept that you've been doing, but go ahead. That's cool.
So flow arts is basically, specifically gloving is making fancy geometric patterns and shapes and like concepts with your hands in order to give like a visual experience to your viewer. It's often seen in the rave community, but as it's evolved over the last, decade and a half, it's sort of turned into something much more. It's a high level, intricate art form. There's artists that are putting hours and hours of dedication into creating and crafting new moves, new things that you can do with your hands. And it's sort of evolved to this point where now it's like, borderline a esport, and there's competitive brackets and like, there's people that are really taking this seriously, and we need a market leader to take it to scale so that it can be seen by the world and actually get the attention and respect that it deserves.
And this is kind of, for people that are watching this, they might have done this at like EDM, or they might have done, something like this or seen something like this, right? I mean, this is an external art that's been around for a while. I think that people trying to twirl lights has been a pretty long time thing, right? With fire and things like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's cool. So from there, you then saw that there was an opportunity, I would have to say, with the metaverse. We can all see that you're in the metaverse right now. I think the story's pretty cool because you guys actually built the metaverse that you're showing us behind. Check that out.